This is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome back for a new Top 10 Sales List, as promised. This is the Top 10 Best-Selling Game Boy Advance games. If you wonder why I'm looking off the side, I'm looking at the list that I have made out with the sales and everything. First, honorable mentions. I didn't quite, obviously, end up in the top 10 sales. First up of honorable mentions, Kirby Star Fountain of Dream. Sold an estimated 2.27 million copies. Not bad, that's pretty good. Also, just so I don't have to keep looking inside so much, sorry though, but coming in, next honorable mention, selling an estimated 2.39 million copies, is the game Frogger Advance. Interesting that a Frogger remake basically ended up. Next, selling estimated 2.70 million copies, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, or yeah, Four Swords. And last honorable mention, selling estimated 2.82 million copies, Disney's Finding Nemo. Yeah, sold over 2.8 million copies. Not bad for a movie tie-in game or game based on a movie. That's not bad at all. And for a handheld on top of a game. First, coming in at number 10 in sales, sold an estimated 2.91 million copies. Not bad. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Yep, basically the portable version of course, the classic Super Nintendo game. Though personally, I've actually never played Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Don't look at me like that, okay? Yes, I love Super Mario World. It's my favorite Mario game of all time. And number 2 nowadays is Super Mario Odyssey. But yes, I've never played Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Sorry. Coming in at number 9, I can understand it's a true classic, and it's a collection actually of classic arcade game. Selling an estimated 2.94 million copies. Pac-Man collection. I was surprised. Pac-Man is a true arcade classic. Heck, I remember when I was a kid in the 90s actually playing Pac-Man, actually an arcade machine, at a local Pizza Hut. Those were good times. Going to Pizza Hut in the 90s, getting like a good, like, pepperoni pan pizza. That was awesome. Listen to music from the jukebox they had, playing some Pac-Man. They also had other good classic like arcade games. That's some I miss. You don't get nowadays with just carry-out only Pizza Huts. Coming in at number 8, selling an estimated 4.24 million, so quite a jump in sales. Namco Museum. Not surprised because you're talking about a bunch of classic Namco games. And if you've never actually really looked into Namco as a company, seriously, check out. There's quite a rich history of games that Namco made in the early days. Namco, Capcom, Konami are all true veteran companies that have been around for a couple of decades. Namco actually been making like classic arcade games since like the early 80s, if not like late 70s. Like Namco's one of the oldest game companies. They're easily one of probably the top 5 oldest. Also coming in at number 7, selling an estimated 5.20 million or 5.2 million copies. Not bad at all at only number 7. Super Mario Bros. 3, which actually is a really solid game, honestly. I've played Super Mario Bros. Multiple times. on the Super Nintendo in the, of course, the Mario All Stars collection on Super Nintendo, which is definitely something I recommend, of course, getting if you have a SNES. Or I think it is on the SNES Classic, so if you have that, there's a good option as well. Coming in at number 6, again, Mario, no surprise. Selling an estimated 5.46 million copies. At number 6 is Super Mario World. Just a port. Interesting how some of the best selling games are just ports on the Game Boy Advance, but it was a 16-bit handheld, so not surprised. That was groundbreaking for the time when the Game Boy Advance came out. Coming in at number 5 is another classic Mario Kart game. Definitely a very popular series, needless to say. Coming at number 5, selling an estimated 5.47 million copies. Only just barely beat out Super Mario World by about 10,000 copies. And that's Mario Kart Super Circuit. Next, coming at number 4, selling an estimated 5.49 million copies, so just shy of 5.5. That is Super Mario Advance, which is actually a really good portable Mario game in my opinion. Definitely one I would recommend playing if you ever get the chance if you've never played it. Heck, Game Boy Advance is actually a good handheld to collect for. Coming in at number 3, and there should be no surprise, all 3 of the top spots are all held by one franchise, of course. Coming in at number 3, selling an estimated 6.41 million copies, Pokemon Emerald, which is just, of course, the branch off installment, the improved version, which actually is the version I own of those Pokemon games, is Emerald myself. So I'm one of those people, one of those 6.41 million people that bought that game. That's easily probably my top 5 favorite Pokemon games of all time, maybe. Someday I may do that top 10 favorite Pokemon games. Leave a comment and let me know if you'd like me actually do a list of like my personal top 10 favorite Pokemon games of all time. Coming in at number 2 is selling an estimated 10.49 million, so that's a heck of a jump by over 4 million. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and which I actually own, of course, one of those. Pokemon Fire Red, which is great, seriously. I personally recommend Pokemon Fire Red over regular Pokemon Red. Personally, of the classic, I prefer Pokemon Yellow Pikachu Edition, which I still have to this day on my Game Boy Color, which is awesome. Because I can't help it, I love Pikachu. Always been my favorite Pokemon, and probably always will be. But coming in, but yeah, Pokemon Fire Red / Leaf Green sold 10.49 million, and it was just an improved version. A definite real upgrade, in my opinion, though, from the original. It's way better. I much prefer going back and playing Fire Red personally. I just enjoyed it a lot more. Coming at number 1 is Pokemon Ruby / Sapphire, before I even say the sales. So yeah. And of course, Emerald was the third in those game releases. As I said, Emerald is the version I personally bought. I was more interested in Emerald. Kind of like how I got Pikachu, actually, edition. And funny enough, now, sadly, I lost it years back moving around, but I kind of did the same thing with the second generation Pokemon games, too, because I bought Crystal over Silver and Gold. For some reason, I ended up always buying the third installment. Don't know why. But, whatever. But yeah, coming at number 1 was Pokemon Ruby / Sapphire, which sold an estimated 15.85 million copies, which makes it one of probably one of the top 5, of course, best-selling Pokemon games of all time. Which I'm not surprised. Really, Ruby / Sapphire / Emerald is actually a really good Pokemon game in my opinion, though I gotta admit, I think I ended up actually enjoying Pokemon Y more, actually, than that. Though I still technically need to play Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm not too interested in Sword and Shield, though. Anyways, I'll get ready to cut this video. Hope you enjoyed this interesting top 10 sales list. And it'll probably be about... Next one probably won't be for about 3 weeks. I'm putting you off because I'm running out of sales lists, so I need time to research and look at stuff for new future sales lists. So with that said, though the next sales list I will be doing is an interesting one. I'm going to be doing a list of the top 10 best-selling video game consoles in North America, strictly in the North American market. You may find it interesting, though, the ranks and the sales numbers, and be surprised, maybe. Hard to say. We'll see once we officially release these sales numbers and everything. But I think you will be quite surprised by the list. But stay tuned for that in the future, about 3 weeks from now. Top 10 best-selling video game consoles in North America. But I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. And stay tuned for, of course, a new best of worst list, which I should be uploading soon enough. And that is ranking the 40 characters on the roster of course, Street Fighter 5. And I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. And stay safe. And try to stay safe and not catch the coronavirus. Just be very cautious. Take lots of definitely steps to make sure you don't catch anything. Because I don't want to see anybody catch that, just like I don't want myself to catch it. Or family. But I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe.